What? When did this happen? Tectone got
I
swatted.
guess we can talk about it. Pretty crazy thumbnail and pretty crazy title. I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of story time about what's been going on in my life and what happened yesterday. I got swatted, but it was my first time, by the way. But I want to give you a little bit of lead up to.
Just wanted to make sure it was Tectone.
I guess we can talk about it. Pretty crazy thumbnail and pretty crazy.
Tectone got swatted?
Crazy
What?
title. But I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of story time about what's been going on in my life.
Dude, they need to charge these fucking assholes that swat people. They seriously need to charge these guys with attempted murder.
And
Because, like, whenever you get swatted, anything could happen. Anything.
yesterday, I got swatted, but it was my first time, by the way. But I want to give you a little bit of lead up to what's been going on. And many, and I real quick, my mod's showing context real quick. My mod's showing context. Just so you guys see this. This is a real image. This was taken from last night. But yeah, I was. In
So,
fact,
like, I actually watched somebody else. He says that whenever he moves to an area, he says that what he does is he informs the police. He calls them, and he tells them that he's a content creator, and that there's a chance that someone might swat his house, to keep them on their toes and make them realize, hey, this could happen. So that way, in case anything does come in, then he's good. I think that's a good idea.
swatted last night. So to give you guys a little bit of context, I'm a very paranoid man. And it's often hard at times to understand, is my paranoia valid or is it not?
Well, it just got validated, I'm
Some
sure.
people call it hypervigilance. Some people call it paranoia. I have lived a life where I've always felt like there were people trying to kill me. I am also schizophrenic. So a little bit of
Now it's making sense here.
I was diagnosed in freshman year of college back in 2012, but I'd always been seeing things since I was young. However, I will say this, I pretty much don't see anything, don't hear anything anymore. Maybe like once a month. I don't know how, but I just feel like I've got it under control. And even when I do see things, it doesn't really affect me. I have been going into more serious content lately, more controversial content lately, because I've been given this opportunity to do so. And it's been a lot of fun because I actually get to think about things and expand my knowledge about the world and try to expand my worldview and try to
That's
talk
also
about
another reason why I like reacting to stuff as well. Like, it really does give you, like, different points of views to see that make you feel either validated or give you a new opinion on the matter.
issues that I think matter and can maybe enlighten people. But things have been getting a little bit weird. I've been betrayed by a lot of people who I greatly cared about. I've been betrayed by people who I've been taking very well care of before. And it's happened once, it'll happen 1,000 times,
Yep.
and it'll continue to happen for the rest of my life because the world is a very cruel place. At least that's how I feel these days. I have around maybe 8 security cameras installed around my home. I can see every inch of perimeter that's around my house. There's not a single blind spot, and I own many guns. But things started to get weird a couple of weeks ago because there was this one car that kept on pulling up in front of my house. The person in the car I didn't recognize. And then they'd leave. Same person would pull up and then they'd leave. And shit's like that's like the shit that fucks with me because I'm like, who is that guy? Why do they keep on parking in front of my house?
Especially if you're a known content creator like that, and you see that.
Are they
That's some
DoorDash?
spooky stuff.
Are they this or that? And then I'd review the security cameras. I'd watch them sit there for an hour and 45 minutes, just sitting in front of my house, not doing anything.
That's creepy.
Just sitting there. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll keep tabs of that. Strange. But the other night, this was maybe like 3-4 days ago, I'm streaming. It's 11:30 in the morning, and my internet goes out. And I'm confused. I restart the router. And I don't know what's going on. And then I, call them. They say there's an internet outage in your area. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, when's it done? Okay, sure. All right, I'll wait. Then I walk outside, and I see my cables from underneath the ground have been pulled up and slashed.
What the
Someone
fuck?
slashed my fucking internet cables. And I couldn't
What?
check to see who it was. About 14 hours later, I reviewed the security footage, and it was actually just my old Asian neighbor. And he was gardening.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it freaked me the hell out. It
Yeah,
did.
no way.
It did freak me the hell out because I was like, damn, who the fuck did that? right? Why though? Because they were gardening. They were like getting weeds. And they
Oh, did
smacked
he
me in
pull
the
up a weed and
But
had the wire
anyways,
attached?
that takes us forward to last night. And, you know, the things on the internet that I've experienced are, there are people who have come to my house. There are people who have said, if you play this game, I'm going to kill you. If you talk about this topic, I'm
Jesus.
going to kill you. There have been people who have, you know, approached me in real life. They've called me a white devil, you know, called me other slurs for white people. Not that anybody gives a fuck. They've come at me, called me a raging faggot, coordinated people to harass me via Discord and found me in real life to do this shit. Thankfully, now I'm strapped, so I don't care, but I used to not be.
Amen
You
to
know,
that.
I've received a lot of harassment in my life, and yesterday was a new chapter. And I know, at this point I've seen it all. I'm taking this very well. Last night, I ordered some food. I ordered one of my favorite restaurants in Austin, Texas. It's called Honest Mary's. It's delicious, very healthy, very clean food.
Okay.
They deliver. They leave me my little chicken, sweet potato, and my sweet onions, and I get that from me. Seconds later, I hear a loud knocking on the door, and I'm like, damn, bro, relax. Like, what? Did you forget to give me my drink or something? Gave me a fucking heart attack. I hate when people knock on my door. I fucking hate it. I've gone off on many door-to-door salesmen saying, brother, leave me the fuck alone.
I actually had a neighbor. He's gonzo now. Like, but he would actually answer the door with his underwear on to the traveling door-to-door salesmen because he had signs on his door that said do not solicit, do not knock. And whenever they do it anyway, he would open the door and he would just go off on them. Like, it was so funny because the house that I stayed in, we told any door-to-door salesman, don't go knock on that door. Don't do it. And if we wanted to see something funny, we tell him to go knock on the door. It was great.
Dude, is this an unskippable ad? Like, why are you showing up to my fucking house? Can I get YouTube Premium to skip these fucking ads? Anyways, loud ass knocking. I go to open the door, and as I'm opening this door, I can't remember how many fucking police officers it was, but a large amount of police officers come into my home, and they take me out of my home.
Jesus.
I immediately put my hands up, and I say, hey, officers, this is a streamer house. I think I'm getting pranked. Please do not hurt my cats. Please do not hurt my dog.
Right?
Because
Yo, man, you gotta be careful. Ever since they hurt Peanut, man, you gotta be careful with these losers.
I have 3 cats.
Really, I can't stand these fucking freaks that sit here. Like, if it was up to me, paparazzi, whatever the fuck they're called, that shit would be illegal. Because if that was a normal person that wasn't a star, and you follow them around, you get charged with stalking and harassment. But just because they're famous, there's this whole nother like ideology of it's okay to sit there and do that. No, it's bullshit. It's disgusting. It is.
That I love very much.
They need to make that illegal.
Joe, Eggy, and Simba. And I have a dog, Mango. And in case you don't know, in swatting, when
I'm
you
not
get
sure how
swatted,
old that girl
if
was.
an animal interferes with a police investigation of your home, they can kill them. If it interferes, if it causes them any inconvenience, they will kill them with the suspicion that it could potentially save a life by killing your animals. And the more and more I'm talking about this, I guess the more
He's
and more
talking about
reality
Peanut,
of the
the
situation
little
is
squirrel
kicking
that got killed in DC.
in, and where I realized that last night I could have lost the lives of my pets from doing nothing. They pull me out, they go inside, they interrogate Sophia, they go upstairs, they check all the rooms, they go downstairs, they check all the rooms. Ironically, besides Jenazad's room, they don't go into Jenazad's room, they don't go into the attic, but they check every single room, they interrogate Sophia, they interrogate Anna, they ask them, I hear them from outside, has he ever done anything wrong to you? Has he done this? Has he done that? Has he touched you? Has he done this shit? Is he raping you? Like, has he done anything to you sexually that you don't want? And they come back outside.
What the fuck?
And I think it was like 3, maybe 4 officers pull me out to the front of my porch. And they say, so have you had any type of altercation, or have you ever yelled, or have you argued, or have you ever hurt any of these women inside your home? And I say, and by the way, the entire time, my hands are up. The entire time. I do not put my hands down. Because I'm like, I'm just trying to cooperate here. I'm just cooperating. The officer says, mid-sentence, like, hey man, you can put your hands down, it's okay. I can see that you're trying to work with us. And I say, thank you. Like, anything you want to know, please, like, just ask me. I'm here to help you guys. And I said, no. I mean, I guess Jenazad got upset at my dog last night. He yelled at my dog. And I said, well, then that's like the only thing I can even remember of anybody raising their voice. Like, you know, Mango was trying to eat his pizza and he got angry. And they said, okay, well, that's not it. And I said, is there like a reason why you guys are here in my house? And they told me that they got a report that I was raping women in my house and that I had 8 hostages in my home. And
This
I
some
asked,
bullshit,
well,
man.
who
What
said
the
that?
fuck?
I said, well, who said that? And they said, well, we can't tell you that. And then I started listing names of the people who I think would have done that. I'm not going to say who those are.
Huh.
I invited them inside. I talked to them for a little bit. They apologized with the whole ordeal.
Wow.
They marked my house down as a streamer house.
Yep. That's why you gotta call. You gotta call them and tell them that it's a streamer house, dude. You have to do that. You have to do that, especially when you got this many people watching you. You have to do it. You have to do it.
To where the police will be more cognizant and my house will never be swatted ever again. As well.
Because that could have ended badly. Let's say they were like, I don't know, having like some kind of weird Nerf battle or whatever, and they had like a Nerf gun on them that looked real, and someone got shot and killed in that house because of that. This should be illegal. Swatting somebody's home, you should be charged with attempted murder. And if someone gets hurt and killed, your ass needs to go to jail for murder. Anything could happen whenever someone swats a house like this. Anything.
As my future.
They've been lucky so far because no one's been shot or hurt.
House that I'm moving to has already been whitelisted and will never be swatted, which is great. So I'm safe from this from now on. We talk about how horrible it is that people do this to streamers. Any potential people who I think might be harassing me, I give them some names. From schizos to streamers, I name them all, just to kind of like set off a warning flag in case they hear one of those names calling about me. Because I think I know who did this. And I actually don't think it's a chatter. I don't think it's just,
It's probably somebody he knows.
A schizo. I actually think it's a streamer. I think it's a content creator. Yeah, and it's not Miz. If it was Miz, I would just say Miz. It's not Miz. I think I know who it is. Because I think there is someone in this town who wants me to kill myself. I genuinely do. No, I don't think it's Hassan either. I think it's...
That's just kind of crazy.
Well, I feel like it's pretty obvious who I think it is, guys. The person who really doesn't want me to talk about him. I feel like it's incredibly obvious. And I do think this person is trying to stress me out mentally enough to where I kill myself. I do.
Yeah, don't take that shit laying down, Tectone. I know you won't. You freaking boss man. You got this. Just ignore them. They'll get what's coming to them. I promise you. Hopefully they get charged for improperly using the emergency system, and they go to jail. But I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Because they know what I am going to say. They know the widespread coverage is going to happen. And the narrative of me is going to shift so drastically. Because when I'm allowed to tell the story that I'm going to tell you guys, with proof, by the way, with receipts of everything that I'm saying, including legal court documents.
Ooh, yeah, he needs to get a lawyer. He needs to subpoena those records. He needs to.
When I'm allowed to tell you guys the story that I'm allowed to tell you guys, it is going to change everything. It is. And
he's been talking about having something under the wraps for a minute now. I look forward to seeing where this is going to go. I really do. I hope this is as big as he says it is. I'm really looking forward to it. I really am.